We crossed the ocean with nothing but hunger. The streets gave us nothing but spit. So we made our own law in the alleys and swore an oath we'd never quit. They call us thieves, they call us killers, but tell me who else stood guard when the state turned its back on our mothers? We wrote our own code in the dark. Raise your glass
to the oath we swore.
for bread.
And respect, nothing more. We built a throne from a hand of stone.
We were the law when no law was our own.
We burned the shops that mocked us. We cut down the traitor's tongue. In silence we found our honor. In fear we kept the young.
The judge took bribes from the rich man. The cop beat the poor in the street. So we said, our word is the verdict, and our fire will enforce the decree.
Raise your glass to the oath we swore.
For bread.
And respect, nothing more. We built a throne from a hand of stone.
We were the law when no law was our own.
Don't call it greed, call it survival.
Don't call it crime.
Call it arrival.
We were the first.
We lit the flame.
And every empire after us still plays the same game. Raise your glass
To the oath we swore.
for bread.
And respect, nothing more. We built a throne from a hand of stone.
We were the law when no law was our own. You said no drink, we said pour another. You called it crime, we called it business. We filled your cups in the shadows when the law slammed the tavern doors. Whiskey rolled down every alley and the brass band shook the floors. We paid the cops their silver, we bought the courts their gold. Chicago was ours for the taking, and brother, we took hold. Raise your glass, the kings don't fall. Bootleg bottles, we owned it all. Guns in the street, jazz in the night. We fed your thirst, we sold your life. us sinners. We kept your glass full. Don't call us killers. We kept your city alive. And when the law came for us, they brought no gun, just numbers on paper. That's what broke the king. Raise your glass, the kings don't fall. Bootleg bottles, we owned it all. Guns in the street, jazz in the night. We fed your thirst, we sold your love. Raise your glass, the kings don't fall. Bootleg bottles, we owned it all. Guns in the street, jazz in the night. We fed your thirst, we sold your love.
No headlines, no shouting names. We don't paint our power in flames. We write our orders in silence and build empires on patience. While others bleed in the street, we buy the docks, we own the fleet. Your hands unload the ship at dawn. Our pockets swell, the world goes on. Speak not, break not, bleed not. Silence keeps the crown. Loyalty is everything, and betrayal drags you down. The cop takes bribes in daylight. The judge turns blind at night. You think the city governs you. Our hand directs its side. No flash, no drunken spree. Just numbers stacked like trees. While fools make noise and die, we wait, we plan, we ride. Speak not, break not, bleed not. Silence keeps the crown. Loyalty is everything, and betrayal drags you down. Talk once, you vanish. Talk twice, you rot. Keep your oath, keep your life. That's the code, that's all we've got. Speak not, break not, bleed not.
Down where the river carries secrets, we built our throne on muddy ground. When the lawman turned his back on us, we kept our children safe in town. We smuggled bread through broken borders, we sold the drink when thirst was lost. The city danced to brass and thunder, while our shadows fed them all. In the bayou shadow, we keep our name. Family first, through flood and flame. The courts can buy, the cops can fall, but our roots run deeper than them all. The judge took gold, the sheriff laughter. We gave him both, those still turned. We built the feast, we lit the lanterns, and for that trust, respect was earned. From Bourbon Street to the Delta waters, our whispers rode the midnight air. Some call it crime, we call it shelter. You call it wrong, but we were there. In the bayou shadow, we keep our name. Family first, through flood and flame. The courts can buy, the cops can fall, but our roots run deeper than them all. You see a swamp, we see a kingdom. You see corruption, we see survival. Our blood mixed with the river, and it still flows. In the bayou shadows, we keep our name. Family first, through flood and flame. The courts can buy, the cops can fall, but our roots run deeper than them all.
We wore tuxedos in daylight, shook hands on the boulevard. Cameras flashed at our smiles, but our eyes stayed cold and hard. Contracts signed in smoke-filled rooms with ink that bled in red. Hollywood sold the pictures, we sold the dreams instead. Behind the mask, the show goes on. Lights are bright, but the night is long. We played the stars, we dealt the cards, buried our sins in the desert yards. Union men bent their spines for us, the studios bowed their head. We pulled the strings of silver screens while the critics praised instead. Vegas lit its neon crown. We staked our claim in sand. They thought the desert empty, but they never felt our hand. Behind the mask, the show goes on. Lights are bright, but the night is long. We played the stars, we dealt the cards, buried our sins in the desert yards. You saw the glitz, we saw the ledger. You saw the kiss, we saw the dagger. Hollywood was just the curtain. Our play was written in blood. We dealt the cards, buried our sins in the desert yards.
Shout, we sign the night with whispers, ink on napkins, nods across the room. Union cards and concrete cures our kingdom. Cranes salute the envelopes we move. The city thinks it breathes without our blessing. Funny how the lights obey our hands. You want a tower, pay the river ferryman. We built the map, you merely rent the land. No headlines, no confetti, no parade. Just quiet doors and debts that don't degrade. This is an empire without mercy. Velvet glove on an iron law. Our schedules on the dot. A whisper moves the waterfront by sunrise. A gesture stops a problem cold on spot. We don't love the gun, we love the outcome. Clean solutions, footprints turn to rain. A traitor isn't punished, he's corrected. And no one asks a name. No tantrums, no theatrics, no applause. Just balance sheets and unbreakable law. This is an empire without mercy. Velvet pace. We tell the old legacy is heavy, carry straight. If you must draw blood, draw once and leave no stain. If you must show love, show loyalty first. Then fold them in the suit. A city raised on checks and coded favors. It learned our rhythm marches to our flute. But when the lights go dim, we hear the tally, the names that kept the ledger straight and red. We kiss the ring of silence like a sacrament, and sleep beside the secrets of the dead. This is an empire without mercy, velvet glove on an iron law. Say the word and streets go silent. Break the code and you are never found. We didn't come for fame or glory, the clock that runs this town. This is an empire without mercy, oath in blood and never spoken loud. Blackjack bread, velvet ropes, mirrored skies. Tip the dealer, kiss the ring, count the lies. We traded alleys for chandeliers, brown envelopes for chandelier tears. Skim off the top like a midnight prayer. Chips melt to rivers and vanish in there. High roll a smile, calm sweet view. Marker on the table, welcome to the zoo. The cage counts blessings in rubber bands. We bless the cage with invisible hands. Gold on the wrist, sweat on the neck. Music too loud to hear the check. Somewhere a phone that isn't ours rings. Somewhere a tape stores everything. Neon bloodlines running down the strip. Silk cut promises, powder on the lip. We own the night until the night owns us. Lights keep flashing while the doors get shut. Neon bloodlines, money moves like rain. Smile for the camera, don't show the stain. Pit boss nod, the floor keeps pace. Dice kiss felt like a lover's face. Junket from the coast, quiet VIP. We count the sins and call it loyalty. Desert holds secrets in satin sacks. Limo in front, holes out back. We toast to kings with counterfeit halos. Choirs of slot machines sing our solos. Bug in the lamp, echo in the wall. Dance with the devil at the midnight call. If you hear your name in the air so thin, that's not the wind, that's them tuning you in. Neon bloodlines running down the strip. Silk cut promises, powder on the lip. We own the night until the lives unseen. If you must disappear, make it clean. If you must be king, don't be seen. We wrote our wills on mirrored glass, kissed our luck, let the seconds pass. Rico reads like a funeral hymn, names like candles going dim. Still we dance in a hurricane tux, laugh too loud, pretend it's luck. When the floor drops out and the sirens bloom, the neon keeps shining on an empty room. Neon bloodlines running down the strip, silk cut promises, powder on the lip. We own the night till the night owns us. Lights kept flashing while the door slammed shut. Neon bloodlines, money moves like rain. Take one last picture, crop out the pain. Dealer burns one, city blinks twice. The desert remembers every price.
We traded neon for spreadsheets, backrooms for board seats. Ink dries slower when the paper owns the street. No headlines, just signatures that make a city kneel. No gun smoke, just trucks queued tight beside the steel. Winning bids that always win, calendars that never slip. Permits like rosaries, prayers said in paper clips. They chased us with a statue and a mic under the chair. We learned to talk in nods and leave the air bare. No noise, no names, no flair. Move metal, move money, move air.
Still and silent, turn the gears, flood the docks. Still and silent, keys to gates, hands on clocks. If the road gets closed, we open other lane. If a mouth gets loud, the weather turns to rain. Still and silent, quiet rain, colder lows. Still and silent, pull the thread, see what falls.
Waste routes map like veins, collection days like fate. Miss a pickup once and watch a burrow suffocate. Union halls with whispers, forming, counting ghosts. No show coats on pegs, paychecks for the host. They wired every diner, every lamp, every park. We met with engines off and eyes that love the dark. A favor still a favor, but we bill it as a fee. Keep the books immaculate and bleed invisibly. No flags, no fights, no fame. Just leverage dressed like game.
Still and silent, turn the gears, flood the docks. Still and silent, keys to gates, hands on clocks. If the road gets closed, we open other lane. If a mouth gets loud, the weather turns to rain. Still and silent, quiet rain, cold alarms. Still and silent, pull the thread, see what falls.
Rule 1, heat is debt, don't spend it. Rule 2, if they can quote you, they own you. Rule 3, own the bottleneck, time is tribute. Rule 4, loyalty on paper is worth nothing. Loyalty in silence is worth everything. Witness stands built higher, but the floor is still the same. Oath in blood, pencil name, bury heat, erase the flame. From cranes to cold storage, schedules hum our hymn. The city eats in rhythm to the contracts we trim. We don't toast a victory, we reconcile the sheet. Balance paid in whispers with a freight and heartbeat meet. And if the past comes knocking with a badge and borrow light, we pour another coffee, let them talk. Good night.
Still and silent, turn the gears, flood the docks. Still and silent, keys to gates, hands on clocks. If the road gets closed, we open another lane. If a mouth gets loud, the weather turns to rain. Still and silent, quiet rain, cold alarms. Still and silent, pull the thread, watch what falls.
They gave me a number in a town with no past, a name that don't fit and a mirror that asks. I fold the old life into envelopes of dust, kiss my kids' foreheads and pretend I still trust. I hear the brothers in the radiator hum, the oath in the pipes, the beat of the drum. I broke the silence and the silence broke me. Both truths sit heavy where my sleep should be. If loyalty was a ledger, show me where mine's paid. If family was a fortress, why'd it feel like a blade? Ghosts of the code, tapping on the glass, names I can't say, faces in the past. I ran for the light, but I live in the dim. Saved what I could and I still think of them. Ghosts of the cold, whisper in the wire. Mercy is water, honor is fire. They said keep quiet, I kept quiet for years. They said family, I buried my fears. And the knock came late and the ledger turned red, and I learned what it means to be loyal to the dead. You never see mercy in a council of knives, never see future in a gamble of lives. So I traded the chapel of smoke for a chair, where a man takes notes and calls it fair. If brotherhood is iron, why did it rust in rain? If justice is a favor, why did it come in chains? Ghost of the code, tapping on the glass, names I can't say, faces in the past. I ran for the light, but I live in the dim. Saved what I could and I still think of them. Ghosts of the cold, whisper in the wire. Mercy is water, honor is fire. I ain't asking for absolution, I ain't selling a lie. I chose a door that locked behind me, and now I live inside. Mailbox, same old fear, church bells, grocery lines, vanning in the rear. Sometimes I dream the table and the ring, sometimes I wake to nothing and the phone don't ring. Tell the young lions fire eats its own, tell the old saints marble hides a bone. I kept a promise to the ones I could save, and I keep the rest carved on an unmarred grave. Ghosts of the cold, tapping on the glass, names I can't say, faces in the past. I ran for the light, but I live in the dim. Saved what I could and I still think of them. Ghosts of the cold, whisper in the wire. Mercy like water, honor like fire.
We kept the porch lights on. Somebody had to. Mama learned the sirens like a hymn, counted every step you took to school. Rent paid twice, once to the ledger, once to the roomer with the rule. We taped the window where the glass gave in, swept the shelves, then set the table. Said grace for peace that never came, then loved each other anyway as we were able.
We know the street by its true names, fear and hope and borrowed flame. We are the ones who stayed, we stayed.
Candles in the rain,
Candles
still flame. Names on every wall,
say walls, say names.
and still we say their names.
Say names, say names.
We hold the block together,
Hold tight,
thread by thread and day by day.
by day.
When the world looked away, we kept the lights. We are the ones who stay. Corner store man counts coins and prayers, pays 2 taxes just to breathe. Coach keeps practice past sundown, so kids got somewhere safe to be. The courier drops an envelope, the deacon drops a tear. Between a badge and a shadow deal, we lived in the middle year by year. We learned to sing with broken throats, to carry joy like contraband in coats. We are the ones who stay.
We stay,
Candles in the rain,
still flame.
names on every wall,
Say names, say names.
and still we say the name.
Say names, say names.
We hold the block together,
Hold tight,
thread by thread and day by day.
by day.
When the world looked away, we kept the lights. We are the ones who stay.
No more eulogies at dawn.
Not our sons, not our daughters.
No more quiet deals for peace.
Real peace, not the barter. If power speaks in whispered knives, we answer loud with open lives. We build a future house by house, from grief to ground, a sacred path. We paint the scar with fresh, bright coats, teach the little ones the songs. We tell the truth about our ghost, and still we right the wrongs. The world might call us victims, fine, but look at how we stand. A choir made of stubborn fire, a garden grown by hand. We are the ones who stay.
We stay,
Candles in the rain,
still flame.
names on every wall,
Say names, say names.
and still we say their names.
Say names, say names.
We hold the block together,
Hold tight,
thread by thread and day by day.
by day.
When the world looked away, we kept the lights. We are the ones who stay.
We are the ones who stay. We are the ones who stay.
We stitched a city seam by seam, chalk lines and voices, iron dreams. The needles sang, the trucks obeyed, and every schedule knelt and paid. You want the fabric on the rack, axe the hands that move the stack. We priced the miles, we sold you time. The clock was ours, you bought the chime. No brass bands, no neon crown, just roots that lift and doors that drown. Thread and tarmac, ink and steel, sign the manifest, seal the deal. If you own the road and gate, you don't rush, you legislate. Thread and tarmac, hush the heat, move the city beat by beat. We shared a nod across the river, sewed our favors, pulled the lever. Garment pins and loading lists, names that live in fog and mist. The wharfman learned our quiet hymn, the foreman kept the ledger slim. A whisper at the Union Hall, and pallets rose like they were called. No headlines, just the turning gears, receipts that wipe away their tears. Thread and tarmac, ink and steel, sign the manifest, seal the deal. If you own the road and gate, you don't rush, you legislate. Thread and tarmac, hush the heat, move the city beat by beat. Control the route, you mint the crown. Control the clock, you run the town. Keep it clean, no names, no show. If thunder comes, you let it go. Runway lights like rosary beads, paper wings for heavy needs. Some fortunes flew in sealskin bays and vanished down our paper ways. We loved the outcome, not the gun. One order spoke, the work was done. And when the past came loud with proof, we answered soft and left no hoof. Thread and tarmac, ink and steel, sign the manifest, seal the deal. If you own the road and gate, you don't rush, you legislate. Thread and tarmac, hush the heat, move the city beat by beat.
Swore our vows in a backroom dawn. Red salt steel and the boss was gone. Brothers drew lines through the same old church. Saints on the wall couldn't end the search. Whispers grew teeth, oaths turned knives. Names on the ledger lost their lives. You think a kingdom breaks from out there? Nah, great houses burn from the basement stairs. We kissed the ring kissed back. Left a scar you can read like a map. Ashes of the throne on a cafe floor, echoes in the cups, blood under the door. We fought our own to keep our own, and learned a crown is just a stone. Ashes of the throne in the afternoon sun, loud men fall, quiet work gets done. Tiger smiled with a shrewd grin, played noon like midnight, dared fade in. He lit the match on a powder creed. The street said amen with a rosary of lead. Paper saints took notes in chrome, bought us breakfast, called it home. You shake a hand that changed its name, and only later learned the game. Wine on linen, smoke in air, someone's listening from the silverware. Ashes of the throne on a cafe floor, echoes in the cups, blood under the door. quiet work gets done. Exile isn't distance, it's rumor in your bones. Betrayal isn't thunder, it's a breakfast set alone. The code is iron till it rains for 40 nights. Then rust writes history in small red lights. Counted ghosts at the end of the bar, heard them toast to the ones who went too far. A false friend's laugh, a wire's hum. You don't hear judgment till it comes. We kept our faces calm as marble, signed our names in dust and charcoal. If loyalty's a bridge, we built it thin, watched it fold and learned to swim. Ashes of the throne on a cafe floor, echoes in the cups, blood under the door. We fought our own to keep our own, and learned a crown is just a stone. Ashes of the throne in the afternoon sun. Write this lesson down: no one really won. Act I, the banner. We walked out of the back rooms into daylight, lifted signs like shields against the word. Told the city, learn our names the right way. Told the law we're not the rumors you've heard. Mothers in their Sunday coats beside us, fathers with the work still on their hands. Every chant a bet we'd pay in interest. Every camera lands a shifting sand. Suits, clean smiles, drums like a prayer. But power hates mirrors, and the mirrors were there.
Hold up the banner,
Hold it high,
paint it with honor.
make it bright. We wanted respect at the table,
Take our seat,
but the light draws rifles at night.
keep your feet. Hold up the banner,
Hold it high,
hope in the ink,
and the wood. Who could tell a slogan would tear?
in the flood,
Who could tell a banner would drink?
all that blood.
Sirens split the hymn in half at noon. A name went silent under hospital moons. We kept the face on posters, kept the faith in drink, kept a ring of quiet around the brink. The chair sat empty, then it learned to snake, cold in paperwork and prison gates. The picture smiles, Polaroid lies, while the city learns to read our eyes. Public is sugar, private is steel. Say what you must, do what is real.
Hold up the banner,
Hold it high,
paint it with honor.
make it bright. We wanted respect at the table,
Take our seat,
but the light draws rifles at night. to your brother, then watch him not grin. Headlines say war, street calls it winter. Aims on the windshield glass in the dinner. Old coat buckles under young ambition. Each alley a jury, each block a petition. We buried the banner to tourniquet wounds, argued with ghosts in fluorescent rooms.
Pull up the banner,
Tie it tight,
stop all the bleeding.
all the night. We wanted a crown made of law.
Wrong metal,
We hammered it hard out of spite.
wrong kettle. Pull up the banner,
Tie it tight,
2 camps, 1 street.
no good.
No good.
You think you win when you burn your house?
You would,
Count the rooms that flood with blood.
they would.
Brothers stalking brothers in a church day suit. Shooters in a Mazda with the lights on mute. Law keeps score with a wire and pen. History taps the glass and says again. After the bang, the chair sits colder. Kingdom looks smaller on a wounded shoulder. We learned too late what the elders meant. Don't test the roof when the beams are bent. Rally ring, gavel grave, 4 doors, same hallway. Pick 1, leave 3, and pay for all 4 anyway.
Hold up the banner,
Hold it high,
painted with honor.
set it bright. We wanted respect at the table,
Take our seat,
but the light draws rifles at night.
keep your feet. Hold up the banner,
Hold it high,
2 camps, 1 street.
no good.
No
You
good,
think you win when you burn your house?
you would,
Count the rooms that flood with blood.
they would.
Hold up the banner,
Hold up the banner,
tie it tight. We asked for a seat.
set it right.
We fought in the street.
Lost the light,
Public face on a borrowed throne. Private war in a broken home. If honor was ink, it ran in the rain. If family was steel, it learned your name and cut it in two. Founders, kings, cold buyer, mass empire, neon steel. Thread, tarmac, ashes, banner. the ones who stayed. One table, one ledger, one city that remembers.
We set the first stone under gaslit nights, wrote law and smoke when the law wrote spite, sold the thirst when the paper said no, paid the judge, made the city glow. We learned that silence travels far, moves a dock, crowns a bar, built a throne from patience, not fame, signed it in whispers, stamped it with name. Count what you kept, count what you broke, count every oath that turned to smoke. All debts counted, nothing free. What we took with a fee. All debts counted, line by line. What we built on time. If you ask who owns this crown, look at the streets when the lights go down. All debts counted, hear that sound. A city's heartbeat, paid in pounds.
We bought the docks and married the clocks, made steel dance, turned keys in locks. River kept secrets, brass kept time. Family first in a city of fines. Spotlight kissed and the desert fed. The camera smiled while the ledger bled. No tantrums, just results. One quiet nod erased in songs. What did it cost? Where did it lead? Who tells the tale? Who digs the grave?
All debts counted, nothing free. What we took with a fee. All debts counted, line by line. What we built on time. If you ask who owns this crown, look at the streets when the lights go down. All debts counted, hear that sound.
A city's heartbeat, paid in pounds. A chair left empty, a banner in rain, a wire that hummed, a false friend's name. A mother with candles, a kid who learned when to run, a count room prayer, a contract done. We called it honor, we called it law. The truth kept asking what it saw. We kept the porch lights burning late, swept the glass and locked the gate, wrote our hope on paper plates, sang our kids past crooked fates. You crowned yourselves with iron pride. We counted names you could not hide. If honor's it ran tonight. If power's fire, it feared the light. Count what you kept, count who you lost.